employees can set off for the country right after Friday.
This is Dr. Oslo, Norway. Audio file entry number April 2020. Time Zones Exchange Project. Preliminary Negotiations, Section 1. Memo received from NetWeb Headquarters, Howland Island. See Memo file 2020, April, late last night. Mr. Friday informed me that the calculation team, the image team, the format team, the satellite team, and the coordination team have all completed their tank work. Only the psychological team are still in session on Howland. He has ordered the project to pass into phase light green and has flown to Moscow for a second round of closing proposal exchanges. I am to stay in touch with Howland Island by phone from my vantage point at World Advertising, and when the cycle team gets out of the tank, call him in Moscow with their findings. Dr. Oslo, Norway, memo to Howland Island, number April 2020. Dear Mr. Friday, your memo has been received. I am sitting tight here at World Advertising and in constant contact with all the mainland members of the team. This is a fantastic day for the NetWeb. I can only help but feel that this project will inevitably result in a culmination of mutual strike that. Back to memo number April 2020. What's that? Oh, shit. I'm going to have to continue this memo after a short break. Norway back. I've retired to my private quarters here at World Advertising. Too much confusion and activity out in the public areas. I believe it will turn out to be a false alarm, as usual. Now, returning to entry number 2020 April, we are speaking to Mr. Friday. Continue at line 61121. Mr. Friday, we here at World Advertising are thrilled to the pantseats about this Time Zones Exchange Project culminating events. Note to my secretary, put some, what do they call, adjectives, the little things that go between bigger thoughts. Thank you. And everyone here is not only waiting, but willing to consider there any possibility of participation? Not only waiting, but willing to participate. Not only willing to wait, but waiting and willing to participate in any way you deem necessary.
Wasn't he pointing the other way? Of course.
I have received the format team's outline, and it does appear to be in order. My apologies for not being on hand for the final sessions, but I believe that the direction of the team was correct when I left, and I assume that unless anyone, well, I know that it went well anyway. Now, let me reiterate my congratulations on the hoped-for success as you wing your way towards Radio Moscow. I, for one, cannot wait to receive the initial tape material from Radio Moscow and begin analysis and editing. You know, this idea in its complexity and mind-filling capabilities becomes, I think, a sort of a reaffirmation of my own thoughts as set forth. Wow, there's a Freudian slip. I thought that, calm, realizing that,
Wonderful.
Radio Moscow World Service presents Sidewalk Survey. Your hosts, Paula Garb and George Morzin.
Hello, everybody.
Hello?
Lately, we've received letters asking about what people in this country know and think about the various riddles scientists are working on. Well, for instance, the Bermuda Triangle, unidentified flying objects, various lake monsters, and last but not least, the so-called abominable snowman.
One of our steady listeners in Ottawa, Canada, Linda DeRoy, is so enthusiastic about these riddles that she sent us a lively book called Canada's Monsters by Betty Sanders Gardner. So we decided to give priority to her request to devote a program in particular to this question of what the English-speaking world calls the abominable snowman.
Just by way of explanation, this so-called snowman is called Sasquatch in Canada, since that's what the local Indians first named the beings they claim to have come across for centuries.
Another name this phenomenon is called is Bigfoot, because of large tracks found in the hills of Northern California in the United States. Soviet scholars call it a relic hominid, that is the scientific term for a being somewhere between an animal and a man.
All those who have claimed to have seen such beings say they look half man and half beast, stand from 2 to 3 meters tall, and weigh 300 to 500 kilograms. The head is ape-like, with a low brow and sloping forehead rising to a crest at the back of the skull, walking upright like a man and taking 2 to 2.5 meter strides. They leave deep, human-like footprints from 20 to 38 centimeters long. They're supposedly very shy of human contact, and this is the explanation for the rare number of sightings, and therefore the skepticism of official science.
So to find out what Muscovites think of this phenomenon, Paula and I went to an unusual film showing and lecture. We talked with the audience afterwards to get their reactions to this problem in general, and to the world's only moving picture taken of the so-called snowman.
The affair was a regular seminar meeting held on the third Thursday of every month under the auspices of the Moscow Darwin Museum. The museum traces the evolution of all the species according to Darwin's theory. Among the museum displays, there are full-scale models of prehistoric mammoths and other rare exhibits. The seminars on the question of snowmen are one of many subjects discussed at the museum's public meetings. The lecturers of the seminar we attended were Soviet scientists of various fields who are seriously hunting for these beings in organized expeditions. The seminars are open to the public and free of charge.
At the tone, 4 hours, 2 minutes, coordinated universal time.
Come on in and look us over. There's so much in store for you. Take a look at all the good things your telephone can do.
Media Network.
Wait a minute now.
Come on in and look us over. There's so much in store for you. Take a look at all the good things your telephone can do.
Pacific Telescope, a new company in a new age with a rich new opportunity. Pacific Bell, a new company in a new age with a rich new opportunity.
The time is 12:18.
Genuine Sasquatch.
The construction of a building like San Ramon provides opportunities which come along possibly once every 50 years. For example, the chance we have now. For example, For example, the chance we have now.
A bunch of Rudy Poops. You know what I mean? I'm a human radio station, but a bunch of Rudy Poops. 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 A bunch of Rudy Poops.
You can rest assured, Mr. Friday, that our thoughts and hopes and dreams are with you. As you make a reality, as you fly into the reality of actual negotiations surrounding the manifestation of this
all media are extensions
fantasy
of some human faculty, psychic or physical. The wheel is an extension of the foot. The book is an extension of the eye. Clothing is an extension of the skin. Electric circuitry, the medium of our time, is an extension of the central nervous system. The media, by altering the environment, evoke in us unique ratios of sense perception.
analysis file audio entry number April 2020.
It's the way we think and act, the way we perceive the world.
Time Zones Exchange
the way we
Project.
perceive our own body.
I received the format teams outline, and I'm going to reiterate it here from my own files. We send Radio Moscow raw found sound from the U.S. Radio Moscow sends us raw found sound from the USSR.
The dominant organ.
We make a show
Dominant organ of sensory
out of their
social
sound.
organization in pre-alphabet societies was
They make a show out of our sound.
the phonetic alphabet forced the magic world of the ear to yield for the mutual.
Ours shall be called Over the Edge, theirs shall be called Under the Wedge. We send ours back to Radio Moscow. They send theirs back to us. Both programs are played simultaneously over the Universal Media Netweb and Radio Moscow with live phone access to both sources. Now, I'm about to go over some of the sound that just arrived from Radio Moscow and put it in some sort of rough order and send on copies to all of you there at the format team.
Of Northern California. Many scholars in this country and around the world believe the film is a fraud. The directors of the museum seminar, however, are convinced it's authentic and explain their reasons at the lecture. When the discussions were over, we asked one of the speakers and a leader of numerous expeditions, Igor Burtsev, to explain what brought him into this study.
To give our senior executives the most advanced, most powerful communication system possible.
Почему я занялся этой проблемой? Я занялся совершенно случайно. Просто я, можно сказать, из любви к приключениям. Но потом я занялся...
Well, I'd say at first it was because of love for adventure. But when I got to know more about the problem, I realized it was a very serious one. So now it's the main study I'm interested in.
When we asked him what makes him view the search for snowmen a serious problem, here is what he explained.
The problem raises many questions, and if we could learn more about the beings, we'd find out invaluable information about human reserves, potentials. And of course the studies are vital for a more exact knowledge of man's origins.
Soviet scientists began these studies in the early 50s, when reports were published on sightings in the Himalayas. The news stirred hot debates among scientists around the world and the Soviet Union. One of the leaders of those Soviet scientists who felt it was important to follow up on eyewitness accounts was the leading historian, Dr. Boris Porshnev.
Yes, George. In fact, as a result of Dr. Porshnev's report to the Soviet Academy...
Note to my secretary, there's not going to be time to send this memo via fax route to Howland Island. I'm going to have to call the island and find out exactly what's going on. Could you find that phone number for me? It should be in the overseas numbers file. I know that Mr. Friday sent it to us recently after the problems we had reaching him last time. If by chance you can't find the number in the files, give long distance information a call and see if you can get a number. Thank you.
This is Dr. Oslo Norvik. We are presently transmitting Radio Moscow 100,000 watts. This is under the wedge. We are now doing direct data downlink transmission link module with the Over the Edge show in Berkeley, California, United States.
That satellite thing now. LAND? Hello? What's the number?
May I help you?
Yes.
Hold on, I have to check it.
The Universal Media Network is an illusion. Mother's Day was created by Hallmark. Nancy Reagan is paper mache. The universe was a mistake. Paul McCartney is a clone. Yoko Ono is really a talented person in disguise. The Yogi Kudu is claustrophobic. The Yogi Kudu is claustrophobic. Katie, Molly, Minerva, Waxley, Doctor, Johnny Normal. Tell me, why aren't you calling in? You are a clone. Da is Universal Media Network.
State of the art.
Da. До свидания.
Снова птицы в стае собираются, ждет их за моря дорога дальняя. Яхты веселые, зеленые.
Press release.
Свидание лето, до свидания.
From World Advertising, Dr. Oslo, Norway.
Сентябрь, провода качают.
In Psychiatric Broadcasting.
За окном с утра серый дождь стеной.
Universal Media Network.
Этим летом я.
Attention. All rumors have been proven true.
Не вернешь обратно ночи звездные. И опять напрасно сердце вспомнило все, что это лето обещало мне. Обещало мне.
At the tone 4 hours, 3 minutes, coordinated universal time.
What we really need is understanding, and that's all.
And it will be an example of what we can do for our customers.
Understanding. Because nobody understands anyone. No one understands anyone. Good day, I'm right in your ear, eh?
There's so much in store for you. Take a look at all the good things that your telephone can do.
Пойдем вместе. Пойдем вместе.
Universal Media Network.
And for our Chinese listeners, Dien de la Ma. Michael, are you out there?
Yes, I've got two questions for you.
What's the first question?
How are the cars equipped in Russia when you can get one?
They only work in reverse.
Yeah, what kind of what are they like?
Michael, can you hear me? Michael.
Well, the cars, I had a convertible car called Bicycle.
Yes, I do. I've heard this jack of Smirnoff. We're getting feedback. We American capitalists show not any good. California, hello. Hello. Yes, Berkeley. I hear you. Why is it so hard to hear you? Are you on a phone? I'm not talking quality down here. I'm talking volume. Where are you calling from? On half power tonight. We had to put the tube into service, and it just sucked all the juice right out of it. Where are you calling from? We had to been off the air, as a matter of fact, a couple of times. Good luck. Hamburg, New York. Hello. You see the problems we face when we try to operate the American imperialist show. And now we are going to Libya. We will not. And that's all. We're getting some feedback. We are still waiting at this time for the transconductor down payment, which will contain previous episodes of Doctor Who and Necromancer in one volume. When we are finished mixing and matching these different particle analyses, we will produce a subprocedural mismatch of mismatched tape and audio signals. Berkeley.
Yes, Berkeley.
And what we will do next, and we're going to then take the American version, send it to the transconduction tape over the edge in California, United States.
I hear you. Why is it so hard to hear you?
Of course, you realize he came up with the idea first. And Berkeley copied us many years later. I'm not talking quality down here, I'm talking volume.
Where are you calling from?
On half power tonight, we're now receiving old TV show broadcasts back in the late 60s.
Where are you calling from?
Old non-commercial music.
Where are you
calling from? Broadcast in the late 50s. Couple of times.
Come on in and look us over.
This is KPFA. I'm signing off.
Take a look at all the good things your telephone can do. So baby,
Mike's not here.
That's a...
Full of fun seems to be the ideal. The good life lets you hide all the sadness you feel. You won't really fall in love, for you can't take a chance.
I'm trying to get the but and when they say when the number is listed, we're supposed to dial straight through.
Please be honest with yourself. Don't try to fake romance.
I mean, they didn't have that many cars, so it's a major luxury.
It's the good life.
Not have any power equipment, any stereo. They don't have air conditioning. I remember when I came here to America and I saw people driving in the summer with windows rolled up. I thought that Americans just like to smell.
This executive support system, already being designed and developed within Pacific Bell.
And in case you wonder why,
And I couldn't understand why.
well, just wake up. Kiss the good life goodbye.
Good hello. This is Dr. Ginsu. You hear that, Bilbo? It's Ginsu, not Michael. I'm lost in my own room.
Before we hear some of the reactions we got from the seminar audience, I'd just like to add that the expeditions Soviet scientists
I don't have a
organized
big
go
glow-in-the-dark
to various
house,
parts of this
but I got a
country.
big glow-in-the-dark putty.
You see, people have been
It
claiming
lives up
they've
on the
seen
hill,
these
in the
snowmen
middle of a field of
mountainous
poppies.
parts of the Caucasus.
Good.
Those Russian girls are dancing quick. Eyes and Russian jeans. They look so sweet and so sweet. Hey, they twist to Russian beat. And in Moscow they go out at night. Hey, alright tonight, alright. Moscow is the place to be for you and for me and everybody. In the Soviet Union, we celebrate reunion because there will be no more fighting. And we will make the United Nations.
Oh my God, he's got a knife!
The atomic war will never end. Ivan and Alyosha, Pavel and Seriosha.
Hey, you, get away from the telephone.
Those Russian boys.
Are you authorized for that thing, you jackass?
It was in 1917 that Russia's revolution was led by Lenin. Lenin led the revolution. If history had a problem, he got a resolution. Lenin created Soviets out of war, chaos, and confusion. The revolution shook the world, 10 days to its conclusion. The revolution shook the world. It lasted 14 days. It wouldn't shake without him. There were no other ways. When it didn't shake enough for him, he hoped it was a phase. There were some contradictions, but perseverance paid.
I don't even know how you're supposed to be charged, because I looked up the charge and it has 000. So
It's going to be a little difficult, sir. Yeah. I just read that this morning. Oh, okay. Elliott Friday? I'm sorry, say it again.
See, what's the country?
See Elliott Friday, all right. No, it's Tuesday.
I'm really not sure.
Бесспорная эволюция. А таких людей в нашей стране миллион. Звучит гениальная увертюра к Руслану Эдемиде Михаила Ивановича.
He told a Radio Moscow correspondent afterwards that it had been a great event for him.
Hello, this is Ronald Redball. I'm in the Ural Mountains in Soviet-dominated Siberia. No, I'm sorry. I'm at the end of Europe over here. And from my listening post here, I can hear both the universal media net web over the edge and under the web.
Attention.
That was a stato alert.
This isn't a test, this is the real thing. And I was always listening to WBAI. When I left New York, I missed it a heck of a lot.
It's called Executive Window.
All rumors have been proven true.
I doubt if that's good. I really do.
And what's your hobby, George?
I kill frogs for a living. Russian frogs. It's gotta be Russian frogs.
And Central Asia.
What? I didn't
The
hear that.
sighting reports were first recorded in the last century.
Oh, well, big deal. Oh, I'm sorry. I just really don't care. I kill frogs, but they've got to be Russian frogs, or else I don't have any motivation to kill them.
And witches, too. I don't discriminate when it comes to the forces of evil.
Simple, but sophisticated.
I started the collection after I visited a museum in the Baltic Republic of Lithuania.
Executive Window integrates fiber optic technology
Museum of
with the powerful immediacy of television.
its kind in the nation.
To extend your vision, just as the telephone extends your hearing.
This is Colonel Gaddafi over in Libya. I hate United States. I'm going to blow up United States, and I'm going to do all this and that and the other things. I'm going to blow you guys up right now. Here we go. Did you guys feel that one?
I am the operator. The telephone number you have dialed is not a recording. Sorry.
Then I realized it's pretty cold in there. You know?
In fact, local people in many remote areas of the Soviet Union still claim these sightings to be a rather common occurrence. Here is what one of the seminar lecturers said about the eyewitnesses.
The U.S. has proven our ability to have the courage to confront. We should show greater courage, the courage of submission. Yes,
It
ladies
was
and
set
gentlemen.
up to show the collection
Yes,
of
ladies
leading
and gentlemen,
Lithuanian
the United States must surrender to Russia. We must surrender gracefully. We must surrender with earnest sincerity. We must bare our breast to the merciful hand of our victors, of our superior. We must disarm all of our soldiers so no young hotheads over there is going to spoil it for us and maybe make the Russians mad at us.
Hello.
Hello, this is Suicide Man, and I'm talking true to my name tonight.
Yes. This is United States calling. We need assistance reaching Howland. We need assistance in reaching Howland.
Yeah, we have no subtitling like that. This Perth for you. Go ahead. Thank you. Hello, Perth. The thing is, United States, we have radios, contact with the groups. But I never heard of the ones you mentioned. We certainly have, no facilities. Yes.
Presently transmitting Earth sub-area broadcasting from the Universal Media Network.
What's the make of the Russian car? What's it called?
They have like 6 different cars. Volga is the luxury car, and then they have like Lada, which is like Fiat and smaller than.
Can you get them in a wide variety of colors?
Red and red, pretty much, yeah. But no, there are some colors. But I was waiting for a car 13 years, and I never got it. Every month I had to come over to the store that I was in line and sign that I'm still interested. For 13 years, my father put me in line when I was 13, and when we left, it's true. And here I came to America, and I bought my first American car, a Toyota, actually I wanted to buy a Lemon, because a friend of mine bought a Lemon, and I thought it was a brand name of the car. So I went to the dealer and I said, like a Lemon. And he shows me Pinto. And I said, no, I want a Lemon. He said, trust me. He was right.
Executive Window will bring you information more quickly and concisely in a form suited to your leadership role. Using symbols and color codes augmented with sound and motion, your executive window will communicate the status of projects and corporate measurements of interest to you. You determine what information you'll receive.
From a dream about his lovers who passed through his room.
Hello?
You have to go to the, you have to take the rate and ruling from another place.
He can catch a thief again. So he repeats.
hasn't heard it herself. She says it's not under their jurisdiction.
They might know how to get there on their line.
How are you spelling it?
Operator HOWLAND.
Thank you. 1 moment.
Sure. And HOWLAND. Okay, hold on.
Yes.
Can you spell that?
This is HOW. London, A. Alfred, and Nellie D. David.
They didn't know anything about how strong the fire is.
I don't even know. Like she said.
Australia.
Hi, Sydney.
Yeah.
This is the United States. 1 moment. Okay. Well, what it is we already contacted Perth, and, she didn't see Andy, Indian or whatever, but she didn't recognize the name either. My supervisor suggested that we go through a Hawaiian operator, but Perth suggested to call you and see maybe if you knew anything about it.
Just a moment and I'll check.
Okay, thank you.
United States calling C. Elliott Friday. C. Elliott Friday.
C. Elliott Friday. C. Elliott Friday.
United States calling C. Elliott Friday. C. Elliott Friday.
C. Elliott Friday.
C. Elliott Friday.
C. Elliott Friday.
United States calling C. Elliott Friday.
C. Elliott Friday.
United States calling C. Elliott Friday. C. Elliott Friday.
C. Elliott Friday. C. Elliott Friday.
United States calling
C. Elliott Friday.
United States calling
C. Elliott Friday.
United States calling C. Elliott Friday.
Elliott Friday.
United States calling.
I'm not sure if that's toll free or not. You've been trying for 2 days, you said?
Where's your operator?
I'm here.
Operator?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, he wants a IOC on this, so I'll give you New Guinea on it, huh?
At midnight in his tomb he lays with his face against the glass. If you think culture's revolution, if you think culture's revolution, if you think culture's revolution, then stick it up your ass. If you think culture's revolution, if you think culture's revolution, stick up your ass.
American television gets bigger than you.
It's person to person, I guess, like human, like citizen of Soviet Union.
Yes. 5.0, 5.0, who cares?
Oh, like the little girl that just came
Like to
here.
do for you some Soviet ventriloquism. Here it is for you.
No,
Ziggy, how do you like being in America? Social relevance, right arm.
It's possible.
It's nice that you laugh. In Soviet Union, people don't laugh. They just go, funny.
Hi, this is Bruce's Bathhouse. May I help you?
Operator,
Hello?
may I help you?
Yes.
Natty Elmworth?
Operator, could you
Hello.
assist me
Is this some kind of a joke or something?
4425.
I'm sure. What is this? This is so silly.
And what city, please?
This is Bruce.
Not sure about the city.
Hello.
Okay, this is Cincinnati, Ohio.
Cincinnati.
We don't have any 848 numbers.
This is where?
I am not
Cincinnati.
Bruce. I am not Jesus Christ. I am not a communist. I am not a capitalist. I am not Suicide Man. I am not Dr. Oslo Norway. I am not Tommy. I am not sure who I am. I am not sure who that echo is. Do you want to know who I am? I am Mr. Chemistry. I want you to let me do an old radio show from 1924. I learned as a child from my great uncle. It's called The Two Black Crows. It preceded Amos and Andy,
You've been listening to another program in the series.
and it came in Chicago. Freeman Gosden and Charles Correll were not even heard of yet.
Musical Life.
It started something like this here. I said, look at that black smoke pouring out of that chimney there. Boy, I bet that fireman's busy. Seems like every time there's an excursion, now I'm sick. Well, brother, you wouldn't be sick if you went to a doctor. But I did go to a doctor. Yeah, well, what did the doctor say? Well, he said I have varicose veins. Varicose veins? What's a varicose vein? Why, varicose veins is when your veins is too close together. Well, brother, you wouldn't be sick if you lived on a farm. Well, we did live on a farm. Yeah, well, what'd you raise on that farm? Well, we raised a group of feathers, a group of feathers? What's a group of feathers? Why, a group of feathers is when you take the fuzz from peaches, and that's a group of feathers. Yeah, well, what else did you raise on that farm, bro? Well, we raised olives. Olives? What, y'all had olive trees? No, we didn't have no olive trees. Well, how'd you raise olives without no olive trees? Well, we takes the peas and we puts them in vinegar and they swells up like olives. Well, what about the pits? Well, why bring that up? Well, okay, bro, look, I'm gonna meet you later, man, so I'm gonna meet you on about Hollywood and Vine about 2 o'clock tomorrow, okay? Now, you look here, brother. I'm gonna get there first, but if you get there first, you make a mark. If I get there first, I'll rub it out.
There. Unfortunately, American people have the feeling that they are representing America in a way. Soviet person will be allowed to talk only through the government.
Performance levels in your areas of concern will be reported to you
To somebody.
according to your criteria.
So everything could be very staged and done the way the government wants it to be done.
As acceptable, marginal, or cause for concern. Executive Window will synthesize information from widely varied sources and media.
Если говорить о результатах работы, то за эти годы накоплено огромное количество материалов. Среди них,
We've had reports from over 1,500 people in this country who've claimed to have seen these beings. They describe the sightings very realistically. Some of the classical eyewitness reports we've studied were made by a retired major general and a lieutenant in the Army Medical Corps. These people claimed they saw snowmen at different times in various areas, either dead or alive. This last August, an expedition from Kiev went to the Pamirs. They took many photographs of footprints and other signs snowmen had left behind. One member of the expedition actually claims to have seen one of the beings.
Unfortunately, none of these eyewitnesses was present at the seminar, but we found the audience well informed on the subject and eager to express their opinions. Here is what a 21-year-old third-year zoology student told us.
Я считаю, что в принципе в этом ничего невозможного нет. Вот вы знаете, например, что там местные ученые в среднем каждые 5 лет обнаруживают...
I believe there's nothing impossible about the existence of snowmen. You know, for instance, that in various parts of the world, experts discover a new tribe on the average of every 5 years. So I don't cancel out the possibility that something similar to a human being is hiding somewhere in the forest. But I think that these contentions alone just aren't substantial enough, just not convincing. I'll be convinced when I'm shown a skull, or the hide of one of these things eyewitnesses describe. I mean zoological evidence.
And what about the other students at his college? Here is what he said about their opinions.
Their opinions vary. Some are skeptics, and others are sure the snowmen exist.
We talked with another man in the audience, a historian. He is thoroughly convinced snowmen exist. In answer to our question why so few people have seen these beings, he told us what some very old Caucasian mountaineers once said to him.
Они говорили, что вообще-то мы это существо видели чаще, чем, скажем, барса. А барс вот признан, что...
They said that in general they've seen snowmen more often than snow leopards, for instance. Although snow leopards are accepted by science, but snowmen are not.
A 31-year-old biologist explained her opinion this way.
I wouldn't want to commit myself because I just don't know what to think. But I believe that controversy is a very important element in scientific progress. Without these kinds of controversial hypotheses, science just can't advance.
A 41-year-old physicist gave us his firm opinion about the controversy.
Можно, конечно, выступать против очевидного, но это глупо, по крайней мере. Слишком много доказательств, что это существо реально существует.
You can, of course, be against the obvious, but that's ridiculous. I believe there are enough facts coming in independently, and from independent people. And so, statistically speaking, I think there's enough proof of the being's existence. In fact, I'd even say there's too much proof.
I wasn't quite sure what this man might have meant by saying there's even too much proof, but when I read the Literaturная Gazeta recently, I saw this item in the humor section. In the area of the Bermuda Triangle, a flying saucer was reported missing, along with a snowman and Loch Ness Monster on board.
George, I don't think that's what the physicist had in mind when he said there's too much information.
But you have to admit, Paula, that some people do get carried away by their eagerness to believe in all these wonders. We heard a more moderate approach from a Russian literature teacher. Here is what she thinks about the existence of these controversial beings.
Существует или нет свежий человек? Трудно сказать, мы же не специалисты. По крайней мере, данные...
It's hard to say. We're not specialists. The information is convincing, but it has to be studied further.
A 40-year-old math teacher was much more skeptical. Here's what he said.
Может, это будет наука со временем, но пока это не наука. Пока это все. Когда будет факт, когда будет материальный объект, что изучать.
Until it's proven, as far as I'm concerned, they don't exist. I don't feel this kind of study as a science. Until there are facts, I mean material objects to study, then the subject will remain on the level of hearsay. These people are just making observations. I'd only be convinced if I saw some bones, a part of the body, or even the frozen body I've heard someone found, but then it disappeared in some strange way.
An anthropology professor who's closely followed these studies, but only as a sideline observer, gave us his opinion of the film shown at the seminar.
Мне кажется, что тут трудно говорить о фальсификации. Прежде всего, и непонятно, для чего она нужна была, кого, собственно говоря, обманывать.
It seems to me the film isn't a fraud. It just doesn't make any sense why the hunters would have wanted to engineer a hoax and whom they intended to fool.
Those who are convinced all the sightings reported have not been hoaxes and are engaged in hunting one of the snowmen for close examination have different philosophies about whether they should catch one dead or alive. One of the seminar participants explained the attitude of Soviet expeditions this way.
У нас есть основания считать, что это очень высокоразвитые существа, которые можно иначе, так сказать, изучать.
We have reason to believe that we're dealing with a highly developed being that could be better studied if not harmed. Konrad Lorenz, the famous Austrian scientist, has written about the difference between attitudes toward man and animals of various evolutionary levels.
I want to order an anchovy to go with the pizza.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Excuse me.
Hello? I am the snowman who lives in your head. I am the snowman. You are dead.
Hey man, I don't have no snowman live in my head. I missed the chemistry homework.
Just announced that a Russian computer scientist invented the world's largest microchip.
What? That's not true. By now,
To give you a fresh
of course,
perspective.
By now, of course, you realize that chemistry homework is not chemistry homework in the literal sense, but that it's just one of my many symbols. Chemistry homework is a symbol for oppression. Well, oppression of all kinds of things. Good day, I'm right in your ear again, and Tommy, please call in if you're still awake.
This is Dr. Oslo, Norway. Audio file entry number April 2020. Time Zones Exchange Project. Preliminary Negotiations, Section 1. Memo received from NetWeb headquarters, Howland Island. See memo file 2020 April, late last night. Mr. Friday informed me that the calculation team, the image team, the format team, the satellite team, and the coordination team have all completed their tank work. Only the psychological team are still in session on Howland. He has ordered the project to pass into phase light green and has flown to Moscow for a second round of closing proposal exchanges. I am to stay in touch with Howland Island by phone from my vantage point at World Advertising, and when the Psycho team gets out of the tank, call him in Moscow with their findings.
I love France. It's a magnificent country. Not because I've seen the Sacré-Cœur or Eiffel Tower or the Louvre or all that tourist. I love France. It's a magnificent country. Not because I've seen the Sacré-Cœur or Eiffel Tower or the Louvre or all that tourist, all the tourist attractions. Because I've met the
How was it you said? The urge to merge with...
Events that shape the corporate environment.
How was it you said? The urge to merge with a splurge. How was it you said? The urge to merge with a splurge.
Your executive window will not only extend your vision, but will help you share the vision of your fellow officers. Trends and personalities influencing policy will be made
The
available
urge to merge with a splurge.
at your convenience.
Paris.
Capitalistic.
Love lovers.
Characteristic.
For lovers.
Sensualistic.
It's heaven above.
They should be atheistic.
Paris.
Imperialistic.
Tells lovers.
I'm pessimistic.
Love is supreme. Wake up your dream and make love.
That's anti-communistic.
Only in Paris.
Militaristic.
One discovers.
You're optimistic.
The urge to merge with the splurge of the spring.
Bourgeois propaganda.
Paris.
Unrealistic.
Loves lovers. For lovers know that love
is individualistic.
Yes, I was present at the summit, and there was sufficient evidence that there is a snowman. And I was there examining it, and...
Hello, this is the snowman, and I'm here to tell everybody that I do exist. I live over by Forest Hill Station. I come out of the Laguna Honda swamp. And if you don't let your children out late, I won't eat them. But if you let them out after dark, I will eat them. As for Rich kids on LSD, that's a different story. As for me, I have not been captured yet, and they have nothing against me. There is nothing they can do to keep me away from him.
As I was telling him,
Get out of here, you.
Horse, and no one can talk to a horse, of course. Headless, of course, it's a talking horse, like the famous Mr. Red.
I know, I have to go to the airport. I have to go to the airport. I'm late. You see my yard? Thank you, I'm late.
The white zone is for immediate loading and unloading of passengers only.
All rumors have been proven true.
Welcome to the east side, the east side airlines.
Hello. We have captured the snowman at the Sticky Buns Cafe. He was in a pile, and he was eating his way to the top. He is notorious for tracking down young homosexual men and indulging in intercourse, and then eating them. He likes young child. He will eat whatever he can get.
Hi, perhaps it is planned. From your local area South Bay Network NetWeb Receptacle Station. I've been down here working the station for about 17 years now, and I'm not tired yet. But what we've been doing is our committee has just come in, and down here, well, we're a little slower than those Berkeley acts up there. But what we've done is we put together the latest NetWeb promo.
Now, full of strange machines and instruments.
dial over here is for? Carly, don't touch that.
Yes, radio listeners, set your imagination for the year 2000. It's time to blast off into the incredible web.
The Universal Media Network.
An exciting product. With it, we are moving aggressively into new marketing areas.
I'm sorry, I'm having a problem.
And there are more network products on the way.
Hello? Am I on now? Yes,
Company
you're on.
marketing
Just
teams
talk,
are
just
developing new
go
products
and talk and do whatever you gotta do, okay? Okay.
that are controlled at the network level by central office computers.
Hi, Pat Robertson of the 700 Club and Memorial Majority has a toll-free number, and I think you'd probably like to hear about the snowman, and you could help run up a big bill for them. It's 1-800-446-0700.
The Universal Media NetWeb is proud to announce a culmination of negotiations leading to an authentic programming exchange between Radio Moscow and the Universal Media NetWeb.
The first is now here. The Premier 2.6.
Two?
In addition, a call waiting beep tone when you're talking on your phone lets you know when...
Good, really good. My tape is rewinding. I took the risk and I called up anyway, but my tape is rewinding and I'm not recording this. So this moment will be lost in time. Lost in time. Lost in time. Just, what?
Something's wrong here.
Something is wrong here. Say it
Something's
again.
wrong here.
Say it again. Say it again. Say it.
Something's wrong here.
Say it again. Say it again. Say it again.
Something wrong.
Say it again. Say it again. Say it again.
Something's
Say
wrong.
it again. Say it again. No, I'm going to be energetic today. I have my chemistry homework done for once, and I'm here listening. I have a test on a really rotten literary book here.
Something's wrong here.
You can shut up now, fuckhead. No. You can stop now. I really don't.
Something's wrong.
Something's wrong. Well, what happens if something's wrong here?
Something's wrong here.
Oh, that's pretty dangerous. That's pretty deadly in all respects. Well, anyway, here I am sitting here. What?
And have you heard any of the Radio Yerevan stories?
No, I really don't care about that crap, and it's not.
I haven't.
It's all junk as far as I'm concerned.
Oh, in Russia, yes, I have.
Right. Well, in Russia, do you have to do oral book reports?
Sure.
Well, the latest one
I do.
that the Lost Tribe of Israel wound up in Armenia.
Who cares about the Lost Tribe of Israel? I'm talking about oral book reports. Listen. You don't know anything until you've had an oral book report. Seriously. I mean, it's better than anything. It's better than any other oral experience I've ever had. Unless you flunk. And then it gets quite deadly.
Yakov, that's a good timing.
You have a weird laugh, Yakov.
I'm sorry. I'm just getting the air in because they won't allow us to laugh out in Russia.
Hello? Yo, man, Cookie Puss there? No? Cookie Puss. I want to speak to Cookie Puss, man. No, nobody here but that name.
Please? 8.
Premier 2.6, an exciting product. With it, we are moving aggressively into new marketing areas.
But a low totalitarianistic thing.
Gentlemen, Peggy Dayton.
Yeah. Oh, all right. Well, I got the headphones on, and I'm just about ready to interact. I got to get some of that mood music, though. So we'll just turn that up there. All right. Well, go ahead and netweb me. I'm ready to interact. Give me some audio portion. Do you have a vocal track there? Ah,
Знаю, что будут, наверное, не раз грозы, мороз и тревога, трудное счастье, находка для нас, к подвигам наша дорога, трудное счастье, находка для нас. Подвигом наша дорога. Где-то багульник на сопках цветет, кедры вонзаются в небо. Кажется, будто давно меня ждет край, где ни разу я не был. Край, где ни разу я не был.
He said, for instance, that when you think about killing an insect, a mouse, cat, dog, or a chimpanzee, you realize that as the animal is higher up the evolutionary scale, it becomes harder to imagine yourself killing it. In the case of the snowman, which so closely resembles man, this theory holds true all the more. Patterson, who made this film, and the others with him were armed and ready to kill the being until they actually got a look at him.
This exchange, the precise date of implementation has not yet been established, but considerations are underway for a speedy. It won't be long now before you can tune in to your radio and hear programming from Radio Moscow made especially for the Universal Media Netweb. And as you listen, you will have the interesting you will experience the unique ability to realize two places are playing the same thing in different time zones at the same time. And not only that, you will have the ability to call in and participate live during these exchange broadcasts.
Civic TV, the one you take to bed with you.
KPFA. KPFB. KFCF. KPFA. KPFB. KFCF.
This is not a joke. This is really happening. Mr. C. Elliot Friday is even now in the studios of Radio Moscow finalizing preparations for the first transfer of technicians and material between Radio Moscow and the Universal Media NetWeb's Over the Edge studios.
Those in search of these strange beings around the world have varying opinions about bringing back a specimen dead or alive. But one debate that was a little more sound.
Why don't you pick it up with Premier?
Also, that expedition members
Okay, this is 8.
that not only would
Premier 26, an exciting product. With it, we are moving aggressively into new market.
That no one will be tolerated even hinted of the fear of these beings, or anything other than a healthy scientific curiosity.
And that was true of the skeptics as well.
All I can say is that I should...
Premier 26. One more.
But thank you very much, Linda DeRoy of Ottawa, Canada, for suggesting the idea. We hope you'll let us know of more questions you have.
And we'll be looking forward to other letters with topics for our surveys.
Premier 26, an exciting product. With it, we are moving aggressively into new marketing areas. And there are more network products on the way. Bigger?
Yeah, felt like it.
Okay, 11.
Premier 26, an exciting product. With it... Nah, I don't like that.
12.
Premier 26, an exciting product. With it, we are moving aggressively into new marketing areas.
Well, maybe some of you have been wanting to be able to communicate a little better on the radio. And there's a way that you can do that. I'm looking at it right now. You need to use an amplifier in conjunction with your telephone when you call in. And the way you do that, you connect your inputs to the amplifier the normal way, just like a guitar amplifier, for instance. You could use that. And then you need to go out and buy a matching transformer. It needs to have an 8 ohm primary input to match the output of the power amplifier. Are you clear on that down there? After you've connected your 8 ohm output to your primary winding of your matching transformer, you connect the secondary winding, which will be 600 ohms, directly to the telephone line. In doing that, you will activate the dial tone. So it's best that you put a little switch in series with that. Now, while it's connected, all the signals that you fed into your amplifier will go through the transformer and into the phone line at 600 ohms at much better fidelity than you possibly could open mic on the telephone. And you can improve on that too. On the input of the amplifier, you can also use a graphic equalizer or any kind of a tone control.
Daddy and I are very concerned about
Even
the
a
relationship with
home component stereo preamplifier. That's what I'm using. It's an old tube type one. It's got a bass and a treble control on it. The longer distance you're calling from, the more you're going to want to turn the treble up.
I think it's the best one.
That's called equalizing the line. You want to get as much treble through the phone line as possible, because as the signal is transmitted long distance, the line tends to shunt off the high frequencies more than the low frequencies. So you want to compensate for that by turning as much treble onto that line as possible.
Note to my secretary, there's not going to be time to send this memo via fax route to Howland Island. I'm going to have to call the island and find out exactly what's going on. Could you find that phone number for me?
And if you really want to get elaborate, ahead of the graphic equalizer, you can put a mixing console. or any kind of a device that mixes more than one or two audio signals together. And then you can plug a turntable in, radio tuners such as I have, even the TV set sound. It's very important that they put the little switch in on the secondary part of the matching transformer. Because if you leave that transformer connected after you've hung up and you forget about it, when somebody tries to call you, your phone won't ring. That little transformer is absorbing the ringing voltage. So when you're not calling over the edge or this radio program or anything else, you have to disconnect the entire system from the phone line. Just install. How does that make sense?
I like accordions. What Chuck Benny used to say. It's like Johnny Carson. I like Johnny Carson. He's fine. Bugs Bunny's on vacation. Everybody's fine. Especially me. I'm fine. Seizure. I'm seizing.
Well, okay. Just a minute. Well, operator, I don't understand. Like, should I contact...
I don't know, Friday, we're still taking. We're not having much luck.
Well, I didn't think so.
Second,
My
I'll
supervisor...
just check with another operator. Just a moment.
Thank you.
The operator in Papua New Guinea isn't even answering me.
Stop that distortion.
Capability is the capability to play tapes backwards. Yes, that's right. Isn't that incredible?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I just talked to the switchboard operator. They're the ones who take care of PT calls and. Howland?
Yeah.
They say they never placed any calls to that island.
Oh.
Do you think New Zealand might handle that?
Go ahead, Austin.
This is what I will connect you with this operator.
The what?
And Howland. Hello, operator.
Hello? Let me transfer you to my supervisor. Let's see if she knows, because I don't... HOWLAND? Where's that near? Operator?
Okay, my party was telling me it's near... Okay, between... He was telling me between... I think the only way to go is to find a way to get to a radio... You know, the ones that use the radio signals.
Oh, okay. Elliot Friday? I'm sorry, say it again. What's the country? C. Elliot Friday, all right.
I just read that thing about it this morning. Okay, one moment. I'm going to find out.
That's the operator I connect you with for New Guinea.
Thanks a lot, operator. But didn't you say something about Howard Island or something?
Ah, makes me want to go home and look at the map. Okay. Okay, sir. Okay, if this doesn't work, then let's see. You might try
try another closer country.
Sir, I'm afraid Sydney's not going to know much about it, but...
Just a moment, please, operator. We're still trying to check on that. Won't take you a minute.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Anyways, I asked my supervisor, and she said that she thinks there's no service to that.
Who told you that?
Well, I couldn't tell you that because Perth switched them.
Okay, you have to tell him to go to a communications way of where they use the radio.
Uh-huh.
Both from his personality and the political background against which the struggle, Julius Caesar appears as a real forerunner of Christianity. Contemporary tradition equipped him with all the car marks of the heroic type.
One moment.
Hello.
I'll be off the line for a second. I'll ask my supervisor, okay, if they know anything. I'm sorry, what was your name?
If you think you're capable for a skateboard, you can just go for a skateboard and stop and go for a skateboard. This skateboard's screaming animal, that's so screaming. When you think you're good enough to get your animal off and have a skateboard?
What I'm going to do is transfer you to our service and equipment department.
Okay, well, I hope this works.
Okay, thank you. Check, it's busy, operator.
Yes? What it is we're trying to get through to the Holland. I'm afraid I can't help you. She certainly doesn't dial Holland Island.
Oh, operator, I'm sorry, but the TT operators cannot connect you to Holland.
Operator, yeah.
Why don't you try, Sydney?
Okay. There are two other larger places that might... Hold on.
Sydney.
Hello, operator. This is United States. Operator, I'm trying to reach an island by the name of Howland Island, and I'm wondering if Sydney handles that?
Howard Island. Yes, I'll put you over to our exchange. 1 minute.
Okay, thanks.
You're welcome. Is it Lord Howe Island?
No, operator, it's Howland Island. It's outside the Gilbert Islands. I was told that.
Well, it's near Majuro.
Oh. You think Majuro would know?
Let me try getting them.
Okay.
Sorry to keep you waiting. 1 minute.
They just used the circuit operator.
Oh, they did. Okay, operator, could you connect me with Majuro?
The only way I think they can get to is by radio.
Oh, operator, do you have any idea who handles that?
Hold on, please.
Okay, thanks a lot.
You there, operator?
Yes, operator.
I'm not quite sure who you go through, but if you go through the Gilbert Islands, they probably would be able to help you.
Thank you very much, operator.
Okay, think about it.
Bye-bye now.
Okay, hello.
Yes, operator?
Yes, you won't be able to get through to your line, on your line.
No, I know that.
Yeah, I'm sorry we don't, I asked somebody here, but they have no idea on how to get in touch with Holland. They have to go to a radio, but I don't know how your party there could get a hold of a radio station where they could get through there.
Elliot Friday.
Okay, sir, we've had a little conference here, and somebody has knowledge of Howland Island.
So until our next program,
this
is Polygov saying
hello?
And George moves in, hoping never to run into any snowmen or snow women.
Okay, operator.
Another regular edition of Sidewalk Survey. And now, Sidewalk Survey from Radio Moscow World Service.
originated at Radio Moscow.
Your hosts are Paula Garb and George Morzin.
Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Right, I understand
On this
what you're
program,
saying,
we decided to give a glimpse of how Soviet people like spending their free time and what hobbies they get involved in.
But we had a problem right from the start. There are just about as many activities and hobbies as there are people. The only people we found who didn't have some kind of hobby, at least for the time being, were those with small children and those who were both working and going to night school. But even in this category, we found people who made use of every extra minute.
Well, just riding around Moscow without questioning anyone, you can see the kinds of hobbies and interests that are most popular.
Well, for instance, in the summer, along the banks of the Moscow River and other water reservoirs, there are lots of fishermen concentrating hard on their lines. And around them, there are always some kids waiting for a fish to bite. Foreign tourists here are always amazed to see fishermen right in the middle of big industrial centers. But we just take this for granted, since local governments strictly enforce water pollution regulations.
And in the winter, when the water's covered with ice, they're still out there by ice holes, pulling in their catch with just as much success as in summer.
Let me try getting
I
them.
doubt whether they can catch enough for a cat's dinner, but they sure seem to get a lot of pleasure out of just being outdoors.
In good weather, the city's parks, plazas, and neighborhood squares always attract groups of chess, checkers, and domino players. On weekdays, these enthusiasts usually retired generals.
And there are more network products on the way.
Yes, we
Okay, Lady Joanna. The Premier 2.6 page. We'll do page 2. Okay.
Lady 9.
The Premier 2.6. One more time.
10.
Page.
Page 3.
So let me transfer you over there, so you know what you're talking about.
Howland, it's Howland.
We do nothing free here.
He's getting impatient.
I'm really not even sure how to do this.
Sure, hold on just a moment.
As we now see it, the expectations for success are extremely high, the ratings potential extremely high.
I was listening to that on headphones. That's Klaus Roeder.
But this has always been the burden of the net web. To lead in media experiments.
Yeah, right. A while ago, I was put on with my keyboard and you cut me off. But right before you cut me off, you did a neat echo effect. So turn on the echo machine and let's see if we can recreate that moment through the use of technical equipment. Echo machine.
Without forethought of repercussions, no matter how political.
And also, we don't have enough data. We just don't have enough data.
I don't have enough data either. So turn on the echo machine louder. I'm talking serious echo. I'm talking reflection. Yeah, like that. Now listen. Now stereo.
We don't have enough data.
Yeah. I'm talking to you, kid. Do a couple of quotes. You know, I really don't know what to do. Just have these shows called. Oh, I appreciate it.
Thank you, United States. I have a call for trust territories for Howland Island. Do you know who handles that?
Hello? South Pole there?
Hello?
Hello?
Have a good evening.
Hey? Is this the right number?
Hello, are you waiting?
Huh? South Pole there? I want to talk to him. Now. Hello? Huh?
Well, it's not supposed to take that long for them to answer.
What? What?
Okay, sir, let me connect you. Thank you for your patience. I had an emergency.
What?
Yeah, well, I tell you, it happened late last summer. That was summer 75, yeah.
I'm saying...
Well, I was on one of them night hikes. It was like one of them hot summer nights.
Dada.
And, well, I saw it coming over yonder. Yeah, it came up from around over them trees over there. Yeah. And it was like big bright light, and it like came over there and hovered for a minute.
Dada.
And well, I just couldn't believe my eyes. I was in full amazement. I thought, oh, is hell come freezing over. Well, anyway, it came and like came higher, and as it got closer, I could realize the size of this object was actually bigger than a barn. Yeah, and I reckon it was wild because my dog Oliver, he was barking like a mad dog.
Let me refer you to the TC operator. Thank you.
Genuine snowman.
The average age of such groups drops sharply. These men even play in winter. They quickly brush away the snow from the tabletop, and they're off for several hours.
Radio Moscow presents another program in the series Musical Life in the USSR.
UCAN intercom communication between employees and departments.
Stockholm, 1980. Who was declared dead and still lives with a parliamentary committee planning to propose him for the next prize. Stockholm is gathering documents to prove that information from 4 sources asserting that camps are located in most inaccessible regions where those who are declared missing or dead are in relatively good health and...
Call pickup any ringing line from any telephone.
Budapest, 1944.
Call hold and then go back to your original call without hanging up and redialing.
The final solution, 200,000, had already...
Conference 3.
About to give the signal.
From you, I'm going to go from UCAN at the bottom of 3.
Yeah.
Okay.
4. Voyage to the
UCAN intercom communication between employees and departments.
UCAN unit. Couldn't you bring yourself to trust me? I thought I might be able to help in that condition. All right, I'll go back. Can you manage? Alone?
Call pickup.
Yes.
Any ringing line from any telephone.
Avon. For what it is worth, I have always trusted you. Why not? The aliens were closing down the defense zone. There must be a fleet out there. We must warn the Federation. Personally,
Thank you. Hello?
Unique. Your disapproval would carry more conviction if you were not going to benefit from my treachery.
Yeah, I remember it happened last 1947. And I was on a night hike out in the Himalayas. And me and Oliver, we went on a deer hunt. And it came from in between the trees. And I couldn't believe my eyes. I thought it was some kind of a monkey or something at first. But as it got closer, I thought he was walking on his hind legs like a human being. He must have been 8 or 9 feet tall.
that the destined were under the protection of their status and that they be freed.
Hello. Thank you. State's calling. Do you know who handles Howland Island? Come again, please. The island of Howland, Howland. Do you know who calls it? It's near Baker. Hold on. Come again, ma'am. The island is Howland. It's near Baker. Do you know who calls it? Howland? Yes. Where you calling, Mom? We're calling Howland Island. U.S. Trust. Truck? No, not truck. Howland. Operator? Hold on, I think she's checking.
You're listening to KPFA, KPFB in Berkeley, KFCF in Fresno.
Operator? Okay, she's not coming back. I would have...
You're listening to KPFA, KPFB in Berkeley, KFCF in Fresno. This is Over the Edge.
Thank you, Mr. Edge. This is Dr. Oslo, Norway. I am deep in the recesses of my private quarters at World Advertising right now, taping this mid-program announcement for later use. And if I know the engineers down there, they're putting some kind of weird effects on me and making me sound ominous, but it's not true at all. I'm simply doing a job that's got to be done if people are to continue to be entertained the manner in which they're accustomed. But that's really not my game at all. My game is analysis. Here in the deep recesses of my private quarters at World Advertising, I have plenty of time to go through the tapes that have just arrived from analysis. My hopes are unbounded for the time zones exchange project we are now involved in. I don't think there's been a more significant development in modern American media since... what was his name? No matter. This will outlive him and everyone else. The Media Archives has already reserved every inch of tape produced by this project. It will be there for posterity, no matter what happens. In the deep-seated ceramic time capsules buried on Howland Island, deep beneath the Found Sound Foundation. Note to my secretary, I'm still trying to get through to Howland Island. If you come up with that number, let me know.
Call hold, and then go back to your original call without hanging up and redialing.
Thanks. Okay, thanks.
Conference 3 phones together at once.
Hold on, let me get you the other number. And if they don't, you can always just get back to us. National attention, please. Hello, Kwajalein Missile Range?
And we want to know if you heard of a small island called Howland Island in the mid-Pacific. H-O-W-L-A-N-D?
No. We're in the Marshall Islands, you know, around the Carolinas and the, you know, in that type of area. Marshall, I can't think of some of the others. Truck, Palau. See, we're the territory of the Pacific Islands is what they call us now.
Well, we don't have anything. Let me see something here. It's arbitrary. Wait a second. I'll look out my map here.
Okay, thank you. 1 minute. Howland Island, TSPS numbers.
Howland Island?
Right.
Where's that at, operator?
It's a small island in the Pacific.
Yeah, but what country is it in?
Near
Baker Island? Holland. You want Howland Island.
Right.
You know, I never heard of the Howland Island.
Me either.
Just a moment.
Thank you.
I don't know where I'm at with this call. You mean U.S. Trust Territory? Islands? They're IOC 160 plus 030.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Do you have a small islands operator? No. You don't?
Where are you calling to?
Howland Island?
Howland?
Yeah.
No, I'm sorry, operator.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Bye. Howland Island. No one knows where it's at.
No, I don't show anything for a Baker Island. Let me give you the essay. 1 moment.
Thank you.
System help you?
Hi. We're looking for really a Howland Island.
Beg your pardon? I'm sorry, I didn't catch that.
Howland Island, H-O-W-L-A-N-D.
H-O-W-W?
Uh-huh.
L-A-N-D.
It's in the mid-Pacific.
And you want a route or rate?
Numbers, TSPS.
Numbers. All right, route. Okay, hold on.
Okay.
You know what country that's with, operator?
It's in a small island.
Do you know how many islands there are out there?
Responsible, receptive, reusable.
Oh.
This is the Universal Media Net Web.
Yucky twos. And you don't know who it belongs to? Oh, it does belong to the U.S.? Is that what you're saying? Gee, I don't know. Is there anything else that's on there that maybe another large place that I could convert to? Okay, hold on, wait a minute. Oh, lost phone. Just a moment. Christmas Island's listed.
It is?
It's 160 plus 027.
Thank you.
Sure, you're welcome.
Bye.
Bye.
How far is that from Baker?
800, 500.
On a country?
Do you have a Howland Island?
Where?
Howland Island?
Do you know how to spell it?
H-O-W-L-A-N-D.
I would have to know what country it's in.
You have the Christmas Island?
Yes.
Okay, it's near Baker. You have the Baker Island?
Which one?
Baker.
Let me check. I don't have any... Is it part of Christmas Islands? Because I don't have any information other than Christmas Island.
Oh.
You want me to call the operator?
Yes.
We're sorry.
Perth.
Hi, Perth. This is the United States. Would you by any chance heard of the island Howland?
Howland?
Yeah.
How are you spelling it?
Howland.
is a Howe Island off Australia. H-O-W-E.
Baker.
Howe Island.
What about Baker Island, operator? Have you ever heard of that?
Baker Island. Does your party have any idea where the island is?
Right.
Yeah, I think you need a Sydney operator, America. But you've got Perth here on the west coast of Australia. I think you need someone on the east coast of Australia.
Okay. Sydney. Thank you.
If you try the Brisbane operator, I think you find the island sounds like it should be Howe Island.
Well, I don't know. Okay.
Check with an operator on the east coast anyway.
Thank you.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you. Thank you.
Operator, do you want me to dial that?
Yes.
Not at all, operator. Thank you.
Hi, this is the United States. We're wondering if you've ever heard of the island Howland Island. What's it called? Howland, Howland. Okay, Australia, we weren't sure who to contact. I tried you know. Also, have you ever heard of Baker Island?
What's it called? Baker? B-A-K-E-R?
Right.
Just a moment. You there, operator?
Yes.
No, I'm sorry, no Baker Island either.
Okay, thank you very much, Australia. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Sir, I don't know who to contact next. Operator, do you want to try maybe the high seas operator? And that calls strictly ships, but they might have an idea of who can, what country you could call to get through to Howe Island.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, in the meantime, let me check for a second, okay?
Thank you.
Okay.
The high seas operator.
Hi, Sam.
Hi, Saipan. This is the United States. We were wondering if you ever heard of an island called Howland Island.
Okay, what island was that again?
Howland.
Spell it.
Howland.
I think you're calling Holland.
No, it's an island. Howland. Or Baker Island.
No, there's none in Micronesia.
Okay, thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
There's nothing I could never do. No place I could never call. I never heard of this stuff.
Sir? Yeah, is that island between Africa and South America? Halfway?
Between Australia.
Oh, it's in the Pacific? I don't know. Operator?
Yes.
Do you have the number? Excuse me. Operator?
Yes.
Do you have the number for the Kwajalein? Well,
no, I don't.
see, it's, no. I'm sorry. Forget that. I think you could call any. Try that. Try a military base.
Any base?
Maybe like Navy or something. They're more familiar with the ocean than Army.
Oh, they come on. I never heard of this island either. But, difficult.
This is a telecom man-Gambit announcement. The number you have called is not connected. Please check the number before calling again. This is a telecom man-Gambit announcement. The number you have called is not connected.
I don't know why the base operator number's not connected. Hold on.
Not quite.
Okay, same place again, please, Bruce. 5.
Middle phone.
Assistance, please, in region 848-4425. U.S.
It was last time I was on Howland Island off of the coast of Iceland. Me and Oliver were hunting whippoorwill. Yeah, and it came out from under the trees over yonder. Must have been 8 or 9 feet tall.
Employees
Well, I
can
hit
set
from
off
behind
for the
tree,
country right
and I
after
took out my
Friday.
camera, and I want to take a picture. So I got about 6 shots, and then it picked up my scent, and Oliver started barking. Well, Oliver broke free from her leash, and she ran towards the ape-like thing, and Oliver went running and got there in about 5 seconds, and the thing stood still in its tracks. And it was a growling and a making a weird noise that I never heard this side of the sun. Anyway, Oliver tried to leap up towards the thing, and it took one swing, and Oliver was at least 3 pieces and threw there on the ground. And then it kind of started walking towards me, and I took some more pictures, not knowing what to do, whether to run or to shoot him with my old Winchester that I got over on Howell Island. And anyway, so I decided to get up close. Got close enough to the back.
Page 7.
Adelaide. Hi, you have the Woomera Air Force Base?
At Woomera?
Right.
Woomera, you're having 0144. That's a country number?
You're looking for the Air Force Base.
You will have to ring 0144, because this is Adelaide numbers here. You need the country directory, 0144.
Thank you.
Attention.
Bye.
This is a roll call for all UFAD members present on this frequency. Members only identified.
Adelaide country directory.
No, I won't have time to meet you down to 6 then, so I'll meet you down to the post office at 7 o'clock.
Dr. Norway? Dr. Norway, this is London calling. Are you there, sir? Hello, Dr. Norway. Are you there, please?
Okay, this is Premiere 2/6. As in date, take 1.
Hello, Dr. Norway. This is London calling.
You are talking on an official UFAD frequency.
That's right. This is a military frequency that only I use.
Hi, we're looking for Woomera Air Force Base.
No, that's Woomera, and it's in southeast Australia.
Woomera Air Force Base.
Well, he's Australian. I mean.
Please stand by.
All right, I'm standing by.
Yes.
Howland Island. He's in the South Pacific.
This is an official UFAD station. This station is now in service.
It is a transponder station, which
The number to the base
they
operator.
don't really use those anymore. They got rid of those along with the older Nautilus class submarines.
Just a moment.
And since they got the orbiting space vehicles, well, it's very easy just to get the job done whenever you need it to be done. I heard that. Right. Well, that music's nice.
The operator of this station is a well-trained Citizens Band Service radio operator.
Well, I wish you continue because I want to. I'd like to interact with the Howland operator. Maybe I could help her. Operator.
Are you there?
Operator.
Yes. Are you there?
Yes, I'm here. Right. Yeah. Yes, I'm looking for Howland Island operator.
Thank you. Hello, Perth?
Hello, Perth.
Yes. Yes.
Operator.
Hello?
Hello.
It's 749211.
You got the number?
Thank you.
Great. That's just great. Now what?
Convenience dial frequently called numbers.
You've got feedback there. Dr. Norway.
Therefore, we are now pleased to...
Dr. Norway.
With this in mind...
Oh, it's a tape of Dr. Norway. It's not really Dr. Norway at all.
We feel that...
Service broadcast.
You know, I think those are the same people who sponsored Radio for the Deaf. I believe so. And that wasn't too much of a success.
Please stand by.
We've got audio-visual graphics.
Bye-bye.
Besides. Dr. Norway. Dr. Norway. Dr. Norway, are you anywhere there about, because, I need to talk to you for a minute if you're there.
Can you connect us to the base operator there?
That's a military base. I don't know if it's...
I'm the operator. Okay, can you connect us to a number there? Yeah, what number?
Office number.
749... 211.
211. That's an interbase office number and not commonly used.
I'm calling the number in Mumra for you. Just a minute. Thank you.
You think this will work, operator? I guess it did. What's that flashing light mean there? I'll just ignore it.
Hi, this is the operator in California, San Francisco. Yeah. And we're wondering if you would show a listing of our Howland Island, the Mid-Pacific.
Howland.
Who did you want? Who do you want to speak to? We're not calling for no one there.
No one? You're
Hang on one minute.
terrible grammar there.
California? Yes. Yeah, now look, this is an Air Force base, and the base has answered you. What did you exactly want? If she showed a listing for our Howland Island in the Mid-Pacific.
Near Baker Island.
Hello?
Hello. Operator?
Thank you for your cooperation.
If he's so damn well trained, how come he doesn't go on the paper?
Well, is that's the name of an island, is it? Yes. Yes. And how are you spelling it? H-O-W. Wrap your fingers round my neck. You don't speak my dialect, but our images reflect. L-A-N-D. Drawn together by the flame. We are just the same. Embrace the wind and fall into another time and space. We belong to each other. We belong.
Moscow's train stations from early spring to late fall give a particularly vivid insight into the people's favorite leisure pastimes. The frequent commute trains from morning till night are always packed with nature lovers,
Operator?
Yes.
That's the Australian Air Force base. Did you want the American one? Would you like me to put you on to our directories to find out the number for the American air base? Woomera.
Yes.
The American air base in Woomera.
Yes. Yes.
Base in Woomera.
Yes.
Okay, just a minute.
Up to the assembly line.
Operator?
Yes.
The number is 739911. And that's the American Air Base. You can ask them for what you want.
That's in Australia? Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank
you. Number 3 for you.
Thank you.
The music for the film plays an important role and to a great degree determines the rhythm and character of the action.
Off to their cottages and camping trips in the countryside.
Many of the people we talked to said they liked most of all to work in their country gardens.
What did you say the name was?
Isn't limited to just automobiles. Over the years, many other applications, such as our circuit provisioning process, were developed using this concept.
Mostly these we talked to were office workers and professionals. A medical doctor, who's 60 years old, said this about his favorite pastime.
One drawback of the assembly line approach is that any problem or delay experienced by one group could eventually affect the other groups that will work on that order. For us to identify and correct these problems as soon as possible, we need to be able to monitor the provisioning process from beginning to end. Currently, we track orders in many ways, some by manual records kept by work groups, some mechanically by systems such as the facility system.
What I like doing most is working in my garden. I do all the work myself. It's relaxing and a good change of pace. I also like reading fiction, but unfortunately, my research work leaves me very little time for pleasure reading.
Any family can stake out a garden somewhere outside the city. What people usually do is join a cooperative. Members pay nothing for the land itself because land is nationalized and it can't be bought and sold. Co-op members pay on an installment basis for the construction of water pipes, driveways into the cottage area, and if they want, for the construction of a cottage.
As a rule, the local government and trade union committees organize these co-ops. at big enterprises, unions also provide weekend transportation to these spots, so employees can set off for the country right after Friday and return Sunday evening to the city.
Not to change the subject, George, but which of the people we interviewed had the most unusual hobby, in your opinion?
It had to be that 30-year-old taxi driver who is so enthusiastic about his hobby that in order to keep it up, he works nights all the time. Here's what he told me.
Я только ночью работаю. Только ночью. А я собачник. Ничего, с собаками работаю. А для этого время нужно.
I'm a dog trainer, so I have to do that in the daytime. I belong to an amateur dog training club. I kind of educate dogs, said the driver with a grin. These dogs have to start school at a particular age. I train German Shepherds, Terriers, St. Bernards, and Moscow Shepherds. I've been doing this for a long time. My grandfather was a big dog lover.
I spend my time kind of enjoying myself at night.
Is it part of a group?
Note to my secretary, see if you can get me the overseas calling schedule for the Soviet Union. As soon as I find out what the psychological team has come up with on Howland, I'm going to have to be calling Mr. Friday at Radio Moscow. By the way, let me know as soon as possible his arrival time there.
Is it part of a group? Wondering if you are listening for Howland Island in the Mississippi? You're a wasted face,
Was I right? I'm sorry.
You don't get it, sir?
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 Yeah.
You don't get that?
Hello, Larry.
That's it, really.
Wow.
You see, he's a foreigner.
Is he?
And he has a foreign accent.
Oh, I think I heard your show. Oh, I'm hearing it again. It must be coming back. Wow.
So when I asked him what is unusual about Americans, he says foreigners. See, that's funny.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, do you, let me think. Nina.
Thanks for having me here. I'm having a great time.
the Shardoodleists recognize they must break away from the Catholic Church. Their mind is the only true temple of God.
Memo to Mr. Friday.
A true Shardoodleist never leaves any job undone.
Dr. Oslo Norway, Dean of Psychiatric Broadcasting, Universal Media NetWeb. Dear Mr. Friday, I am sitting now in my private quarters at the World Advertising Towers, listening to the tapes that just arrived of your departure for Radio Moscow.
The need for increased visibility of the order process has led to the development of the Integrated Control and Tracking System, ICATS.
Мне это слово ни о чем не говорило. Любовь таилась в глубине, она ждала. И вот проснулась, и глаза свои открыла.
Democratic government for freedom where? For freedom where?
In exile.
Mirza Zividi is 26. She's been on the variety stage for 10 years. At first, she appeared with an amateur group. At the same time, she studied at a college of the light industry, planning to become a designer of women's clothing. She was an apt student, and her designs were demonstrated at a national exhibition in Moscow, where she won a major prize. However, she derived a great deal of satisfaction from singing. She became popular in Latvia while still with an amateur group. Raymond Pauls heard her at one of the concerts, and the meeting was to become portentous. Their first efforts together, with a song Foreboding, which you will now hear, became popular.
That to me makes a lot more sense. An idea that would put a shield up to prevent any nuclear missile coming in from any spot in the world that could devastate the United States. If both countries, both superpowers, developed a nuclear shield idea, that to me makes a lot more sense.
But Ray, what if they blow us up? What if we all go to Kingdom Come?
Come on. I'm saying put a shield up to prevent...
You've been listening to a program in the series Musical Life in the USSR. The program originated at the studios of Radio Moscow.
One of them is Guess Who I Am by Alexander Zatsepin.
Any nuclear missile coming in from any spot in the world.
But Ray,
I would recommend that. You know, that would be the answer to a gentleman who called before about the person who is upset with America, because that's the problem, because Russians are trying to stay together and form the ghetto as opposed to being blending into America.
Put in space a defensive nuclear shield.
Открывая двери, ты выходишь в мир. Ты выходишь в мир, и в густой толпе не спешишь. Не идешь навстречу.
what if we all go to Kingdom Come?
Come on. All it is a defensive maneuver.
As you recall, ICATS is composed of two tracking systems, the Service Control and Tracking System, SCATS, and the Circuit Control and Tracking System, CCATS.
And an idea that would put a shield up, defensive nuclear
The first
shield.
sunrise means spring is
If
just
we
around the corner.
can defend ourselves and put in space.
And though the first day lasts for but a few minutes, there is just enough time to sing the sun-welcoming song.
A defensive nuclear shield through lasers or whatever.
What do they blow us up?
And if both countries...
Bahrain. What do they blow us up? What if we all go to Kingdom Come?
Come on. I'm talking, I'm saying that if...
What if we all go to Kingdom Come?
Come on. On nuclear, if we can defend ourselves and a defensive nuclear shield. Then that, I think, is the way to go. We've got to get away from this mad doctrine. That is that we can...
What do they blow us up?
I'm talking serious. I'm not talking in such ridiculous terms. If we can defend such ridiculous terms. To prevent any sense in a nuclear war. While I'm not talking a lot more sense.
Right after Friday.
We're sorry. Due to circuit congestion in the country you dialed, your call did not complete. Please hang up and try your call again later. This is a recording. 916-8C5.
Where'd that recording come from?
We're sorry. Due to circuit congestion in the country you dialed, your call did not complete. Please hang up and try your...
I don't know where that recording bedded in at along the way. No, the recording came out of the blue.
People yakety yak a streak and waste your time of
The recording just came in to cut us off from the operator.
Ed will never speak unless he has something to say.
I'm trying to get it back now.
What are you doing here? You have.
I remember.
Let's get it. This.
Thank you for playing that folk performance there a moment ago. It illustrates an even better reason to surrender to the Russians than Suicide Man has. The only way that the people of the United States, who have lost contact with their cultural roots, will ever again have a vibrant, moving, strong, virulent culture is to come in contact with a nation that has one, such as the USSR.
При тебе я себя чувствую как настоящая женщина. При тебе я себя чувствую как настоящая женщина. При тебе я себя чувствую как настоящая женщина.
KPFA jokes here, KPFA stage.
is Howland Island checking in. We wonder if there have been any calls.
20 years ago, he established contact with the movie industry. And he continues to write for the screen. He's produced music for 60 films in these years.
При тебе я себя чувствую как настоящая женщина, which means you make me feel like a natural woman.
Alexander Zetsepin wrote this music for the joint. He said, "What beautiful music. Just the thing for our picture."
They are designed to track and monitor both customer-initiated and company-initiated orders from origination through completion.
Why would anyone, I can't pronounce the man's name, on reference to the Soviet ambassador who's returning back to Russia?
Anatol Dobrynin.
Okay, he's lived here for, 25 years, they say. He's had all the amenities and comforts of the U.S. If the human spirit can be, tainted, you would think that by now he'd be spoiled with our way of life. Why would he want to go back to Russia?
He's got a wonderful job back there, and he loves his country. He's the ambassador.
And he's been told to go.
Well, he's here, and I'm sure, wouldn't the United States government be glad to grant someone like that?
Well, why would you assume that he wouldn't want to go to his home?
Yeah,
I know that you won't hear this until you return to Howland. And by that time, your negotiations should be complete and successful. I want to congratulate you and all the people on the team there on the island for a job grandly done. As I listen to these tapes of your departure to the Soviet Union, I am filled with pride and admiration for the extent of careful consideration for the future of the world that you bring to bear on this project. The Time Zones Exchange project, I think, will rest in the annals of media history on a bed of nails. That's right, it will never be popular. It will never really reach the kind of popularity that, say, I Love Lucy did. But I believe, especially in documentary areas, to begin with, we will gain a great deal of needed respect. I don't mean to say that, note to my secretary, the memo began to go a bit astray from my original plans there, and some negativity began to creep in. Please delete those implications. As I listen to you climb into your P-38 and take off from that beautiful island, I can only hope that
You're Not My Destiny, from the movie The Woman Who Sings.
Electronically linking the two tracking systems together.
Ты не стал судьбой, помню день любой. Помню час любой, помню каждый миг с тобой.
This is listener-activated broadcasting from the Universal Media Network.
Где мой свет в окне?
Right after Friday.
Где, прости меня?
Due to circuit congestion.
Can we get the operator there to dial it?
Adelaide, Australia.
Can you connect us to number 739-911?
Is it a Woomera number or KPFA?
It's Woomera.
Woomera. Just for a moment. Still calling. Just for a moment.
Thank you.
Just for a moment, I'm having a bit of trouble getting this number.
Thank you.
Этим летом я встретилась с печалью, а любовь прошла стороной.
Go ahead, please.
Hello?
Было близко счастье,
Было
до его окликнуть не успела я. С каждым днем все больше небо хмурится.
About the weed, hey, the weed goes on. No, bad. I'm sorry.
The weed
but
goes
I
on.
would say
Мокрая листва грустит на дереве. До свидания, лето. До свидания.
United States calling C. Elliott Friday.
Тебя напрасно я надеялась. За окном сентябрь провода качает. За окном с утра.
До свидания.
До свидания.
That's good.
That's a lovely word.
Yeah.
Встретилась с печалью, а любовь прошла стороной.
До свидания.
До свидания.
До свидания.
That's good.
That's a lovely word.
Снова
Yeah.
птицы в стае собираются.
Did I say it good?
Ждет их за моря дорога дальняя.
До свидания.
До свидания.
Веселое, зеленое. До свидания, лето. До свидания.
До свидания.
До свидания.
До свидания, лето. До свидания.
That's good.
До свидания, лето. До свидания.
It's a lovely word.
Yeah.
Okay, it's a little small island in the mid-Pacific.
A new style of performance, a style noted for simplicity, spirituality, and vitality, an ability to unfold the song's essence and convey it to the audience in a beautiful, perfect form.
Who spent his life collecting devil's figures. When he died, he left the entire collection to his hometown, Kaunas.
On June 30th, 1981, an extra second will be inserted into the NBS time sheet. This adjustment is required to maintain internationally coordinated universal time as broadcast on these stations in close agreement with UT1, or astronomical time. Aloha.
Thank you for sticking with the Time Zones Exchange project, and I know that you'll be looking forward to further developments, as are we all here at the NetWeb. This is Dr. Oslo Norway signing off and wishing you a very good goodbye.
This is KPFA, KPFB, Berkeley, KFCF, Fresno, FM 91, Villa Grande, listener-sponsored radio. Stay tuned for Barbara Golden and Crack of Dawn.
Right. And what do you need to know? If we've got a number for it?
Yes.
What, the island, has that got a base on it?
Foot eats at the tallow plate.
Has a base on it?
Okay then. Can you just stand by for a minute and I'll just check with someone because I don't know of anything out there, but I'll check if you like.
Thank you.
Thank you then.